The transition to a retirement pension is known as a few different things in the industry. It's called a building to retirement pension, sometimes referred to technically as a non-commutable allocated pension, but in simple terms, simply means drawing a wage from your super.
So what we try and do is maximise the amount that we can afford to salary sacrifice into superannuation, and at the same time we then start a new pension. And by starting a new pension, we get tax benefits.
If you want to grow your super, this is how the strategy generally works. Your salary sacrifice will contribute some of your gross income to your superannuation, which is taxed at 15%. Then you move your superannuation into the tax-free allocated pension environment. And finally, you start to receive a regular income from your allocated pension account. The strategy works well as you normally pay less income tax due to the salary sacrifice, and you're contributing more to super than you're drawing out as a regular income. For those that want to move from full-time work to part-time work without experiencing a reduction in their income, the level of pension received is set to replace the wages you have forgone by reducing the number of hours that you work.
The reason why I'd consider this strategy is two-part, is tax and also increasing the amount that you have in super. So of course, as we're leading up to retirement, we want to increase our superannuation as much as possible. So a way to do that is by using the transition to retirement strategy. And that will involve basically increasing the amount of super, and at the same time, by making greater salary sacrifice, we're decreasing the amount of tax we pay. And who doesn't like to pay less tax?
To maximise the benefits of the strategy, it's important that you do understand the rules.
There are limits to the amount of money that you can contribute to super, and there are also limits on the amount of pension income that you can take out of your super.
So the income stream is non-commutable, which means you can't draw lump sums from it. So the rules around it are quite rigid and quite set. You also need to be very careful that if you're going to be then using the strategy to salary sacrifice back into super, that you don't exceed the concessional contribution caps that are in place. And those contribution caps do change from time to time, so you need to be very aware of the current rules. We would highly recommend that you seek professional advice before you start this strategy.